Hey everyone, welcome back. Happy Monday to you all. As usual, I post a video every Monday with topics related to video production, wedding filmmaking as a whole. So it could be sort of business tips, tutorials like this one's going to be, that obviously you've clicked because of the name of the title. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. So in today's video, like I said, I'm going to show you how I edit speeches. Now in this example, I had a second shooter with me, so I briefed them and said, I just want you to have a close-up of whoever's reading. That's all they had to do. Where I was sometimes getting the table in, maybe more of a mid shot, not quite the close up my second shooter had, and sometimes I cut away to their guest as well. So I'll show you how I edit that now. So let's dive in to the iMac. Like I said, this is what I like to do when it comes to multicam editing. I don't do this every time on weddings. If I'm on my own, I've got my B cam sort of getting a wide shot, I can just sync the audio and then just cut to that camera when I like. But this is handy if you've got a couple of cameras. You can, like, this is just two cameras, but you can do with 3, 4, if you've got different camera operators. So this is how I like to do it. So as you can see on the left here, I've got all the videos used. I've got a sequence with speeches and my audio. So what I want to do, my main goal is to use just this audio track. This audio track was a direct link recorded onto the H5, the Zoom H5 from the soundboard. And I've got a video on how I use that. So this is the audio track I want to do. And I've got the second shooter's videos all on this layer here, and they didn't record it as a whole. I literally hit record and just let it, this is my track, I literally hit record and have it all as a whole. Even if they're not doing anything between, I don't stop recording, I just hit record, which makes it a lot easier when syncing. So what I'm going to have to do is sync all the audio to the main one. And because they, like I said, didn't record it all, I have to just I have to do these separately. And again, this is how I do it. You know, there may be other ways, but this is how I like to do it. And I will literally just, this is so easy, literally copy all of those like that. Right click, hit synchronize, and then audio track 1. So what that's going to do is that's going to sync all these 3 clips together. And if I just have that as a solo track,
you're going to celebrate the special day.
There we go. And if I,
Gemma,
that's all synced. And because annoyingly, like I said, they didn't record it all in one, I have to get a little bit fiddly here. And what I do is I just put a cut there. Let's take that solo off. Cut there and use that as a track. What's this little, let's see this little clip. I'm not even going to sync that clip, that's just a rubbish little clip. So the next one I'm going to sync is this one. So same thing, right click, highlight them all, right click, and hit synchronize. So I know that's where I left it off there. So I put a little cut in there. Same again with this one. Synchronize. Or you can actually just right click here, we'll delete there. Bow, bow, bow. Let's hit synchronize these last ones. triple delete, and just because how I like to roll, I'm going to delete that and drag that there because I like that in one whole file, and I do that with my camera as well. So these will all be synced.
Yes. But
That's synced.
to thank my best man for organising.
That's synced. So once I know I've got all my videos and audios tracks linked, I will actually now delete, unlink everything, drag that up there. So everything is linked, so everything's synchronized nicely, and what I'm going to do is put cut in there.
Your doors.
So yeah, like I said, everything's synced now to this audio track. So before you even get into the multicam editing, sync the audio, and then color grade your image, your video, color correct your footage as well. Let's just do a quick little bit here, nothing fancy. So that's on there, and then let's boost the saturation a little bit. This is just very quick, and like I said in another video, how to quickly paste those attributes to all the other footage. You literally hit copy, highlight them, paste attributes, and what we want is that. There we go. So now the fun part begins. Let's give that a little save. What is we make that a sequence, and we call that camera 1. And we also make this a sequence, and we call that, if I can spell, camera 2. But I delete obviously that. Right click, create multi-camera sequence. So I like to have the sync point from the audio. Track 1. And we're going to take the settings from camera 1 rather than switching between the audio or all cameras. So then that's our camera multicam created. So I right click and then make another new sequence. So this is the fun part. If you don't see this window, you need to make sure you have, from the plus sign, you drag down the multi-camera toggle view, and then you hit record, and then when you hit space, I'm going to just mute this whilst I talk over the top. You can use the buttons 1 and 2 to flick between the cameras, or you can literally click with your mouse. So what that's doing is that's recording whichever camera we want to. So you can sit now and listen through the whole of your speeches and flip between the two cameras when you feel is necessary.
The other person does when they're looking for
Let's
they
just
look online.
play it out.
And then I came across an article saying something along the lines of a wet knot.
See, now I did cut there.
I'm going to treat it like that.
I'll cut to that camera and then I moved it. So what you can do is you can carry on with the whole sequence, or you can just stop it there. And now you can see they've added all these cuts in here. And if you think, actually, so this one here is our main video that's going to be that's playing back. You can see I didn't really want to cut there. So what I can do is I can drag that over and extend that again now. So now that's actually worked a hell of a lot better. There was a slight little camera wobble there, so I might have cut back to the other camera back then. So you can, even though you've hit the little record button when you're on playback, you can then adjust it after that, so it's no problem. So that is how I create a multicam edit in Adobe Premiere. The key things to remember is to already synchronize all your audio to the actual source that you want to use, and in the actual one, I'd have leveled it all out and made sure there wasn't any peaking, and they were at the levels that I wanted it to be at. And the cameras, you've color graded it properly and matched them so it's looking good. So when you're actually editing the camera, the multicam edits, you're not worrying about the audio or what it looks like. You're just looking at the camera and making sure it's not blurred. You know, it hasn't gone out of focus. You're not moving it to someone else, and you're just getting the right camera angle for the shot. So, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. Like I said at the beginning, I release a video every Monday discussing anything video production related, and it's usually something that I'm experiencing at the time. So, weekend before, I was filming a wedding, this one, and I did a multicam edit, so I just thought I would now record a video on how I did it and my techniques. So, as usual, I will see you next week. Bye-bye.